Welcome back to the Jumpstart video series. Today is week 9, and I'm holding this football in a very staged way because we're going to be talking about tackling the 900-pound gorilla of self-doubt. I noticed in the last video that when I hold my arm like this, it's really creepy, so I'm not going to do that anymore. It takes a lot of gumption to jumpstart your life after years of being stuck in the mundane. No doubt that's why a lot of us have at one time or another chosen to stay put in jobs or circumstances that were less than ideal. Many of us have battled with our own limited perception of what we're capable of, and that's kept us anchored to our increasingly uncomfortable desk chairs. It's one thing to doubt that things will go your way based on your past experiences. But I think what holds people back more than anything else is doubting your own talents and abilities. I call this the 900-pound gorilla of self-doubt. We simply buy into the lie that we can't do something that in truth we're completely capable of doing. We allow the figurative gorilla to pin us down so that we are imprisoned within our current habitat. But there's an entire world out there just waiting to be explored, and until you tackle the gorilla, you'll never be able to discover what you were created to do. It's about this time in your journey when you definitely need to feed a little bit of your ego, to dare to push beyond your surroundings and other people's lowered expectations. That's how we can begin to press through our obstacles and ask, hey, why not me? Unfortunately, self-doubt is something we must wrestle with every day, even after we've notched a few accomplishments into our belt. This is something I came to realize in my own experience. You see, when you branch out on your own and attempt to do things you were created to do, it doesn't take long for the confidence and charisma that you use to catapult you forward to become your own worst enemy. Now, for the record, working in real estate is not my dream, but it is the mechanism I've chosen to help me realize my dream. Early on in my journey, I gained a lot of attention and received a lot of positive feedback in regards to my approach to real estate. And since I was doing things differently than the masses, it seemed that growing my real estate business would be easy peasy lemon cheesy. That's when I came back to earth, maybe even 6 feet under the earth. I thought that cleverness and machismo were enough to be successful. I was wrong. Weeks without real estate commission checks turned into a few months, and on top of that I was watching my safety net trickle away. I now know it was because I had not applied myself to increasing my knowledge base and building a platform and consistent message for my business. Without these critical elements, I had no infrastructure in place that would keep me afloat during those dry times in the real estate market. And now comes the time when I need to be realistic with you. There are things you don't know how to do, or maybe attributes you may not be gifted with. You're bound to hit some rough patches and things won't always go your way. That is when feelings of inadequacy, inability, and doubt start to creep back in and strangle the motivation you had when you first started out. You may even be hesitating to continue on in this video series. You were really gung-ho in the beginning. I know it's not because of lack of quality, wink wink, that has kept you from continuing on, but hopefully you will press on to week 12. That's when we'll be all wrapped up. You start to question whether you can achieve big things when you fail in little things. Difficult circumstances can easily take your eyes off the destination and focus them on your own shortcomings. That's what happened to me. I started to look around at other people in my industry as they started to gain momentum and have success. And subtly, ever so slightly, I started to compromise my core values and my beliefs to try to be more like them. In other words, I started to emulate rather than innovate. That stupid gorilla! When you start to doubt your own skills, you begin to compare yourself to others and mold yourself into their image instead of using your unique God-given abilities. When we finally decide to try something we've never done before, we tend to set goals that are very self-centered, and then when we don't achieve them, doubt starts to creep in. However, when we focus on helping others, we are actually able to be a better version of ourselves, because we're no longer focusing on our own flaws and failures. In other words, if you start to think about the impact you can have in the lives of others, then the eyes are off of you and you can effectively eliminate self-doubt. Gary Vaynerchuk is someone I really get a lot of great information from in terms of being an entrepreneur. When asked if you could bestow one quality to every person, which one would it be? He always responds, self-awareness. And one of the things that he repeats over and over again is stop wasting time trying to improve the areas you're weak in and start doubling down on your strengths. In other words, we need to trade in self-doubt for self-awareness. Don't allow your ever-present shortcomings to hinder you from achieving great results in your areas of strength. Instead, start finding ways to use the skills you already have to help others achieve their goals, and you'll be surprised at what you can accomplish with little room left for self-doubt. If you want to tackle the 900-pound gorilla of self-doubt, then you need to wake up every morning and commit to the following mission statement. I will not focus on myself and my inadequacy. Instead, I will focus on using every ounce of strength that I have and every second of time that I have to do the most good in the lives of those around me. Take that hour that you spend saying, I can't, and turn it into the hour of saying, why can't I? Let me try it. When you spend your time doing for others, there's no time left to doubt your own ability. Knowing who you are is really important, but we can't allow our own limited perception of what we can achieve hinder us from moving forward. That's why anything you can do to take your eyes off of your shortcomings and put them on other people's needs will help you destroy self-doubt in your life. I hope you're taking these lessons to heart, and I hope you're starting to implement some of these things as far as your mindset, your worldview, your idea of what you can achieve, and you're actually taking steps forward. If you are, I'd love to hear from you. You can get in touch with me through the website. Until next week, thanks for watching, and Godspeed.